Most people think getting recommended on YouTube is luck or some secret algorithm hack, but that's wrong. The platform is actually very predictable once you understand what it wants, and what it wants is simple videos that keep people watching and clicking over and over again. So if your channel isn't getting pushed, it's not because you're shadow banned or unlucky. It's because your content isn't sending the right signal yet. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how to build a channel that algorithm keeps recommending nonstop, starting with the biggest mistake most creators make, which is focusing on views instead of viewers' behavior. Because YouTube doesn't care how many viewers you get, it cares what people do after they click, how long they stay, and if they watch another video. If they engage, if your content creates a chain reaction or watch time, that's when things explode. So the first thing you need to fix is your content structure, because random uploads, they kill recommendations potential. Every video of your channel should feel like it belongs in the same ecosystem, meaning if someone watches one video, they should naturally want to watch another. And that comes from niche clarity, not just picking a topic like fitness or gaming, but narrowing it down to something specific and repeatable, like fast fat loss for busy people or Warzone high kill strategies, because being specific makes your audience predictable, and predictable audiences are easier for YouTube to recommend to similar viewers. Now, once your niche is locked in, the next piece is your idea quality. Because no amount of editing or thumbnails can save a weak idea, then the best performing videos almost always answer a strong curiosity gap, meaning the viewer feels like they're missing something important, and your video promises to fill that gap. So instead of making videos like my morning routine, you shift it to why your morning routine is ruining your productivity. Or instead of diesel heater review, you say this $100 heater might change your life. Because now you've created tension and intrigue, and that's what drives clicks. But clicks alone aren't enough, because if people click and leave quickly, your video dies. So now we move into retention, which is the most important metric on this platform. And retention starts in the first 5 seconds. Not with an intro, not with a logo, not with what you guys up to, but with immediate value of curiosity. You have to drop the viewer straight into the most interesting part of the video, or make a bold statement that faces or forces them to stay. Something like, if your videos aren't getting recommended, you're making this exact mistake. And then you know it pays off throughout the video too. You got to make sure you bring them along. This is where most people mess up though, because they either ramble or they over explain, killing the momentum. So you need to tighten your delivery. Remove anything that doesn't serve the core idea, and constantly reset attention every 5 to 10 seconds, every with new either a new point or a pattern interrupt or a visual change, because attention naturally drops unless you actively keep it alive. Now, here's where things get powerful. When your video has strong retention and decent click through rate, YouTube starts testing it on new audiences. And if those new audiences also respond well, your video gets pushed harder. And this is how you build a channel that keeps getting recommended. Not just one viral video, but consistent performance. And to make that happen, you need to think in terms of video chains, not isolated uploads, meaning every video should lead into another, either directly or by mentioning it, or indirectly by staying within the same topic cluster. So if someone watches one, there's a high chance they'll probably watch two or three more. And it's this increased session time, which is one of the strongest signals you can send. Now let's talk about thumbnails and titles, because this is where most creators either win or lose. Before the video even starts, your thumbnail and title should work together, not repeating each other. The title gives context while the thumbnail creates curiosity. For example, if your title is how to build a channel that gets recommended, your thumbnail shouldn't say the same thing. It should add tension, like nobody tells you this, or shows a visual contrast that sparks emotion. And the goal is clarity plus curiosity, not confusion. Because if people don't instantly understand what they're getting, they won't click. And if they don't feel something, they just also won't click. So your job is to make the value obvious and the outcome desirable. Now, once people are clicking and watching, you need to optimize your pacing, because pacing is what keeps the retention high throughout the video. This means cutting dead space, speeding up the slow sections, and making sure every part of the video feels intentional. One trick is to rewatch your own content and note where you feel bored, because that's exactly where viewers they drop off. And then you fix those sections either by tightening them or removing them entirely. Let's go deeper into the algorithm mindset too. YouTube doesn't promote channels. It promotes videos. But when multiple videos on your channels perform well, it starts recognizing the pattern. And that's when your entire channel begins to get recommendations and more consistently, because so your goal isn't to go viral once, it's to build a library of videos that's all performs above average in your niche. And that comes from repetition and iteration, not guessing. And every time you upload, you should be learning something: what titles work, what thumbnails got clicks, and where viewers dropped off. And then you apply those lessons to the next video. And over time, your content naturally improves. Another key factor is audience satisfaction too, which goes beyond just watch time. It includes likes, comments, shares, and whether people feel like your video delivered on its promise. Because if your title and thumbnail create one expectation, but your content, delivers something else, viewers feel misled and leave, and that hurts your performance. So alignment is critical. What you promise is what you deliver, and ideally you over deliver, giving more value than expected. And let's talk about consistency, because a lot of people misunderstand this. Consistency doesn't mean uploading every day. It means showing up with a consistent topic, style, and level of quality. Because if your content is all over the place, the algorithm doesn't know who to show it to, and your audience doesn't know what to expect. So you want to become known for something specific and then double down on it. And here's something that most people ignore too: your first, 10, 20 videos are basically testing grounds. They're not supposed to blow up. They're supposed to teach you what works. So don't get discouraged if they don't perform, okay? Instead, focus on improving one thing each time. Better hooks, better pacing, better thumbnails, and eventually you hit a tipping point where everything starts to click. And that's when recommendation increases. And let's address watch time strategy too, because longer videos aren't always better. What matters is the percentage watch and total session impact. A 5-minute video, which is with 80% retention, can outperform a 15-minute video with 30% retention. So making your video as long as they need to be, but no longer, and every extra second should earn its place. Now, one advantage tactic is creating open loops, which means introducing a concept early in the video and resolving it later, giving viewers a reason to keep watching. For example, you might say there's one mistake that kills most channels, and then I'll break it down in a minute, and then continue delivering value before coming back to it. This keeps curiosity active throughout the video. And let's talk about packaging at scale too, because once you find a format that works, you don't want to abandon it. You repeat it with new angles, because success leaves cues. And if a certain style of video, performs well, double down on it. Make variations of it. Go deeper. Explore different aspects of it, and this build momentum, because the algorithm starts associating your channel with content that performs. And now, another overlooked factor is viewer intent too. You need to understand why someone is clicking your video, that problem they're trying to solve, or what emotion they're chasing. And then you deliver exactly that. Because when intent is matched, perfect retention skyrockets. And here's the reality: building a channel that keeps getting recommended isn't about tricks, it's about alignment. Aligning your ideas, your packaging, and your content with what viewers actually want, and then delivering it in a way that keeps them engaged from start to finish. And if you do that consistently, the algorithm has no reason not to push your content, because at the end of the day, YouTube's goal is to keep people on the platform. And if your videos help achieve that, your wins. So focus less on hacking the system and more on becoming the type of creator the system wants to promote. And when you do that, recommendations stop feeling random and start feeling predictable. And that's when your channel really starts to grow. Thanks for watching today. If you found value in today's video, please subscribe. And also, check out this video on the right. It could also help you on your journey as well. We'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a good day.